Alright, so what's going on, guys? Take two. So as you can see, I've gotten the intake all shaved properly as best as I could. I didn't want to cut too much of it off, but it's nice and smooth on there. I got the Dremel, put a sanding disc on there and sanded it down, and I used the air kind of blow out any kind of loose metal or anything like that. Hopefully I can get this thing done today. I did plan on my plan was to get some new radiator hose, but I couldn't find any at Advance or AutoZone, and going to Honda to get the specialty ones is pretty expensive, and you have to wait at least 5 days. So I've gotten the top portion done as best as I can. I am not a professional. The bottom portion, I tried my best to get the sander, the Dremel with the sanding wheel in there as much as I could, you know, as far as I could in there, and clean it up top here. I didn't cut these pieces out because the tool I was using was not doing an immaculate job, and I didn't want to really kind of niche the edge on here and cause myself any more work. So I'm going to see if this may cause a problem. The main thing is with the top piece, once I get that air in, the main thing is getting the air in. Once I get it in and the engine is sucking in the air, I should be good with these. The butterflies are out. I mean, they did stay open, but you know, it just frees up a little bit more space. I also was able to JB weld my oil pressure sensor. That thing is firm. I think that's better than factory. Also, the part number that I'm using is MS97045, and this is what comes in the set here. So as far as in the motor, I haven't done much in as far as the motor. In here is where the oil pressure sensor switch will go. I'm not going to put that in as yet until I put the intake in, and then I'll go from there. So I'm gonna everything is pretty much just in the reverse. So you know, just for time purposes, I'm just gonna go ahead and get this thing mounted up. I'm gonna put the bottom piece of the intake in first. I've already got the gasket sitting on there. For that. So I'm just gonna slide the bottom piece of the intake in, put these two bolts back into here for the brake, put the butterfly piece on, then the top piece, then put the oil pressure sensor in there, and go from there. So yeah, I'll come back you know, once I made some progress. I'm definitely making sure that I use this time is Loctite. I'm definitely making sure. So that's definitely one of the reasons too why I'm not trying to do too many recording, because I'm trying to make sure I stay focused, because once you put this Loctite on here, you know, it's quite difficult to remove. So I want to make sure I'm 100% focused. So as I put a part on, I'll come back and record, but you know, recording while trying to do the work, you know, and making sure everything is on, it takes a lot of your time, and I want to make sure that you know, I don't make a mistake, because you know, this thing is going to be Loctite. So I've gotten the bottom piece on, well, just sitting on there right now. I have the bolts over here, so I'm just going to touch each bolt itself with some Loctite, you know, each one of them themselves with Loctite as I go along, and onto the bottom too, the bottom bolts, and go from there. So everything is looking good so far. Catch the birds real quick. Look at them. Yo, they're tearing this feeding up. I just refilled it again. Look at them on the fence over there. Oh boy, it's a ton of them over there somewhere. It's a whole bunch of them. They're tearing this feeding up. But yeah, it's funny because every time I turn around, they try to run. But I'm gonna see if I can catch him again. Man, I'm supposed to be finishing this job. Alright guys, so now I've got the intake in. Make sure when you're tightening this, you tighten crisscross. So here, then the one under the bottom down there, then you come back up, then you tighten the one up top here, then you go across, and it's gonna be, you're gonna have to go under the car, come back up, or if you're on a lift, then you know it might not be that well, yeah, still have to go under the car, but you still want to cross because it's a gasket, so you want to tighten it down evenly. And as for the bottom, I definitely made sure I got the support bar in. Thing is nice and firm now, sturdy. The thread, uh we'll see as time goes along how it holds up. I definitely have Loctite on it, and tighten up the rest of the bolts. They're in a real tight spot, so when you're going to tighten them up, you know, going back and forth becomes a little bit tedious. So now all I have to do is put the sensor back in. I'm gonna put some thread tape. Alright y'all, so for the most part I've gotten it almost all together. So I'm just gonna have to put the fuel rail back in, and this thing is nicely bolted down. I'm hoping I can start it today. The actual socket that I used to remove the oil pressure sensor, which is a inch and a quarter. I don't know where I put it at, so I don't know. If I don't get that tightened, I probably won't be able to start it today, but I'm going to see. I'm going to try to get the rest of the stuff done and try to search in the house, because I really don't feel like buying one. I really don't feel like leaving to get another one, but as you can see, it's coming along. The fuel rail is over there, and I just got to connect the lines back up and see how this thing is. Alright guys, the night sky is coming upon us. So I'm waiting for my girlfriend to get back with this antifreeze. I poured the oil from the oil filter back in there. I've gotten the old intake back on there. That I don't need that, so that stays off. Gotten the gas line on. I've gotten the all the antifreeze line on. Getting the fuel injector on. Hopefully I got them all connected. I had to go back on my removal video to check it out and stuff. So what I want to do while my girlfriend is in the process is fix this loose throttle cable, because even though I removed it from right here, it still is quite loose. So I'm going to try to see if I can adjust that while I'm waiting. Not sure what's taking us so long, but I just got to put some antifreeze in here and try to crank her up. Oh, while I'm waiting, I guess I can check to see if there's any fuel leak. So I'm just gonna kind of turn the key a little bit, get the gas flowing, and see if the injectors are leaking or anything like that. So let me get this light around here, and then I'll get some better lighting. All right, let me turn this key and see. Definitely smell gas. I guess this thing is leaking. So I'm just gonna try loosen this thing up and then try again. All right, take two. I loosen them up and spun them a little bit, and let's try it again. What?
You know, I know say I saw over there some monkey.
Come look on that thing and tell me which one of them are leak. Tell me where gas a spew from. Look all the way, so you like there. Look all the way over there, so you see that big bung there. And tell me over there.
Wait, which part we bought a big bung there?
Yes.
This shit, yes. Fuck. The one all the way over there, so.
Are that a leak?
Yeah.
Okay.
All the way over here, so.
Alright. Take 3. No, look funny. Yeah. Did I leak?
Yeah.
Which one?
The same one over on the right.
On the right hand side?
On the left hand side.
Over there, sir?
Yeah.
Bumbo, will you see? Take. Forget one number.
4.
Take 4. Alright, look on it, see if it does.
Yeah.
Still a leak?
Mm-hmm.
See him on?
Yeah. Yep.
Alright. Hopefully last take. Let's see.
Yep, still going.
Still a leak?
Mm-hmm.
Check no start about turn the key. Number 4 injector. Whoa, turn it off. Turn it. We gotta put on the line. No try to start it. No start about turn the key. I think that's it. Alright, y'all. I'm gonna tap the key a little bit. Watch your foot. Because the car been sitting for a while, so just get the oil circulating. Alright, so that'll do it. The idle air control valve wasn't on. So, let's try this again. That thing idle smooth for something that ain't been started in a while. So I'm gonna let it run idle. I'm gonna rotate these tires real quick while it's warming up. Then we're gonna go for a drive. Chick-fil-A. You wanna go Chick-fil-A? The cool. Alright, we're soon done, baby. Alright. Trying to bleed her out real quick. We'll crack this thing. And it's really spewing out of there. This is a part of testing too, and the idle is still high. So I'm gonna check to see if I adjusted the throttle cable. I'm gonna see if that's it. Sitting here on the side of the road. Pop the hood and see what's going on. Alright, throttle cable is stiff, man. Don't have no playing it. See, yeah, as soon as I mess with it, so I think the cable needs to be adjusted. Alright, that should be. That's how it is. That's why you gotta drive the vehicle after you get done working on it. Alright, do a little test run. From 40. the clutch. So I have the car just pulled to the side right now, and what I did was I just adjusted this screw here on my car. I'm not 100% sure, but on anybody else's car. But this is the screw I adjusted. I turned it anti-clockwise to open it, let more air in. So now it seems to be running good. I just have to get the exhaust fixed, but it's idling properly, and that intake sounds amazing. But I just had to get the car running right. You know, I know one of my subscriber asked me if the car is always broken, and it's not always broken, but I'm always experimenting with the car, so that tends to cause an issue sometimes. So yeah, man. So right now, it's running good.